¿Qué bajo hay? Hoy no más.
A huevo.
Arriba el micrófono un poquito de arriba.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Ándale para allá. I want people to hear every single word.
Ahí está.
You know how to say, hey, that's what drummers do, ladies and gentlemen. They know how to adjust the microphone perfect to sing the backups or sing lead vocals or whatever. This guy probably the biggest Motley Crue fan I've ever known in my entire life. Before we go to him, let's go to our producer Rally. What's going on, sweetheart?
Hey, I got here just in time. I did not want to miss it, so I'm here.
Know.
I'm here, and I'm excited. I'm excited.
You sure are. And Felicia's here with us also. She made it.
Yes, I made it just in time, too.
Hey, it's all right. Y'all are fashionably right on time, right? Fashionably.
Yes, right on time.
But I want to ask you girls if you can keep an eye on the questions for Joey, because we got, ladies and gentlemen, we got Joey Jams here with us. Right?
What's up? I'm back.
He just flew in from Alice, Texas.
My arms are tired.
Yeah. Pinche airport de Alice, no chingo de. He flew in from he flew out of Alice and he had a layover in Fremont.
Had to fuel up in Fremont.
Yeah, and then he got shaken down at the checkpoint on the way down here. And then he finally flew into the McAllen International Airport, ladies and gentlemen. And here he is inside the MyPVT Network studios, man. Yeah. And it is Monday Night Live, number 8, brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men, IV vitamin infusion therapy, testosterone, COVID tests, Sermorelin. If you're feeling sluggish, you got pain, you don't want to roll around a sack with the old lady anymore. Si te están comenzando a decir el mesero porque nomás una vez por mes lo haces con la mujer, you might want to talk to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men. And I'm sure a lot of women they say, what? Huh? What? Viejo, háblale ahorita, viejo.
Right now.
956-441-2188. All right, 956-441-2188. Also want to thank the law office of Rene A. Flores, hashtag DWI expert, 956-316-1991. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've heard, but Texas is open up again, 100%. There's going to be some spring breaking, some partying. Just do it carefully. But you know what? With partying and spring breaking, you end up driving a little under the influence. And if you get pulled over, this is the guy you got to call, 956-316-1991. It is the law office of Rene Flores. And he will be visiting the studios in a couple of weeks, so it'll be nice to have him here to talk about what's going on in case, you have any family members that are in trouble with the law. He'll be able to help you out, especially DWI, man. That's what he does, all right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to the law office of Rene A. Flores. Also, I want to remind everybody to like, subscribe, and share. We've already got 24 thumbs up, Joey. Golly, bro.
24?
Yeah.
There's 26 right there.
Yeah.
2 more.
And by the way, we haven't had that thumbs down. We always have that, that one thumbs down, bro. ¿Entiendes? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We're up at about 161 viewers. We should be hitting 200 real quick. And they hang around with us all night long because they know you never know what to expect on hashtag PVT. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have something very special before we go to Joey. And I got to let you know right now because this is huge. We have a awesome hashtag PVT bundle that we will be giving away. Okay, this is a Cash App contest. You go to our Cash App, it's $RocknRollJames, and we're gonna pick 3 winners. 3 winners, okay? And the winners will get all 3 shirts. Check them out.
Let me show them. Yeah, let me show them.
We have the hashtag PVT t-shirt. We have the Tetera Tuesday t-shirt con la accordionazo.
The Rockin' Chaz.
The Rockin' Chaz. We have an autographed picture of Gangrel. Mm-hmm. And we have the Crazy Pimp CD. And we have some stickers. So we're going to get 3 winners. And we're going to pick the winners on Thursday night. So you have these 4 days to join in on the Cash App. Now what you got to do is you go to Cash App, $RocknRollJames, send in $5. That is the entry fee, $5. And put contest, and then put your address and your t-shirt size. So you'll put large, okay, an L, okay? And then you'll put your address. So if you win, we mail it to you right away, okay? So you got to give us the info in the memo, okay? And that way, when we pick the winner, boom, we send it to you right away. But this is going to be crazy because we got some autographed pictures from Gangrel, and we want our fans to have them. But we can't just, be selective. We got to, do something random. And this is what we decided to do. Plus, you get all the 3 shirts. We have up to 3XL. So, si estás medio gordiflón, como quiera puedes ganar, okay? Ahora, si das 6XL, you can sew all 3 shirts together.
There you go.
Y te hace una pinche shirt bruta con todos los 3 logos, carnal. Sústame one time, ¿verdad? So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to our good friend right here. We got Joey Jams in the studio. Joey, what's going on, man?
I'm good, brother. Blessed, man. Blessed.
What have you been up to, bro?
Hibernating.
Hibernating?
No, hombre, I've just been just hanging in there, doggy. Going through the motions with all this crazy stuff going on.
Are there gigs going on or no?
Yeah, there is, but it's weird because a lot of bands still were playing through this pandemic, like, doing private shows or whatever. Even Macizo, I went out with Macizo in October to do a few things.
With limited audience.
Yeah. It was like very limited.
50% capacity, 75% capacity.
Yeah, it was very limited, but it was weird, man. It's been weird. You know what I mean? Like everything that's been going on has just been, it's a trip.
What have you learned from this, bro? What is this thing that you've learned from this, bro? Because I know a lot of musicians, a lot of bands out there, this was a shock to them because they thought it's never going to stop.
Yeah, dude.
And it stopped from one day to the next. And before you know it, we're over here, trying to scrounge up some cash, trying to make ends meet.
For real.
People that are running the bands, the management and all that, they're trying to figure out how to keep up with the payments of the amps and the bus and the trucks and the trailers and all that shit.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And they don't stop. Those don't stop. The work stopped, but the bills didn't stop coming in.
No, sir.
And then they send us, $1,000 stimulus. What the hell are we going to do with that?
I didn't get no stimmy.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, why not, bro?
I didn't get one.
Well, didn't you apply for one?
I did, and it just kind of said no.
Your stimmy probably had your wife's name on it, bro.
There you go.
It belongs to her.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, no te agüites, because I just signed mine over to my wife too, bro.
Yep.
But what is it that you learned from this besides that? You know what? This shit can stop any day, bro.
Yeah, you know what I learned, man? There's a lot of things that number one that really, really stands out was that family is everything. Because now you're at home. You can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And you're with these people that,
Yeah.
And going through especially in my experience because of what happened with our family of losing my wife's grandmother due to COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And so it was a trip. It's still a trip. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that is really like opened my eyes about it's family. Like that's more important than a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the music thing, I mean, it was like I didn't even know what to think. You know what I mean? But I know.
And then the money stops, bro.
Yeah, the money stops. I mean, a few of us have been very lucky. Like I've been blessed in the sense that we were able to do unemployment. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah, but can't compare that to your job. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what do you do? And what I've been doing is just been helping Starla at her salon. It's just been her and I.
Yeah.
She used to have employees, and then when all this stuff happened, it ended up just being her and I.
And then you told me about that because the last time he was going to be here like 3 weeks ago, folks. But then we had that freeze.
Oh my god!
And Joey calls me like the day before, dude. I can't make it, man. The pipes froze. And
oh, dude,
shit.
It was, dude. Let me just tell you what happened real quick. So
Damn, bro.
So all that stuff happened, right? We were
The freeze.
Yeah, when the freeze happened, and the pipes busted or whatever. Well, we were going by the salon. She closed. There was no power or whatever. So we go by the salon, and she wants to check the mailbox. We don't go inside the salon. We just go check the mailbox and go on our way. And I think it was the next day. She's like, babe, my sister wants to borrow a heater because it was super cold. So we go inside the salon, and I think I was going to the back of it, to the break room, and she goes to a part of the salon, and I just hear her yell like, oh my God. And I said, what happened? She goes, come here, look. And I went, and a pipe busted in the back outside, but it was leaking water into the whole freaking lobby. It was underwater.
Oh man.
So we were like we didn't even what do you do? But we have like a shop vac. So we started trying to, dude, it was
sucking all the water out.
The thing is that if it wouldn't have been for her sister needing that heater,
it would have been disastrous.
We wouldn't have went to the salon.
Yeah.
And oh, dude, it was bad, bro. It was bad.
So you got that fixed up and everything?
Yeah, thank you. We were able to get it fixed, and but it was crazy, man. There's people still without water and issues with pipes and stuff like that. So it's crazy.
Our
man.
pipes froze, man, but our chile plant didn't. No le pasó nada.
Thankfully.
We made sure to cover that. We had one thick colcha, and Rally said, "What are you gonna cover? The pipes or the mata de chile?" Pues la mata de chile. Se haga hielo todo el pedo, no hay pedo.
Yeah.
We need our hot sauce. Yeah, dude.
That's crazy, man.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions for Joey Jams, make sure to put it on our chat zone. And we've got Felicia and Rally. They're looking at the chats and they're responding to the fans out there. Roy Torres is on.
Hey,
shout out.
An amazing drummer, these things. He's damn right, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
There's actually a question from Mario Vasquez.
Okay.
Mario Vasquez.
What did he say?
He said, Joey Jams, I'm a big fan. Question, do you personally set up your drum set on every show? If not, who is your drum tech?
Pinche Mauro's un drummer, chinga. Tiene que ser un pinche drummer.
For sure.
Pregúntale algo más, más dramatic, carnal.
That is dramatic.
That is dramatic. It can be dramatic. It can be dramatic.
So what's the question again?
Oh, he's asking if I set up my drum kit on shows. And usually I have somebody. There's times that I'll do it, and but yeah, I mean, usually when I'm there, because usually we get there with the bus. We're there at the same time. So I'll get off and I'll just do it myself, and give if there was a guy working with me with Macizo. His name is Chris Arrocha, shout out. And he was my drum tech, so he would set up my drums for me. But since we were always there, I would help him, or I would tell him, go help the guys over there. I got it. Because nobody's gonna do it like the way that you know what I mean.
Drummers have the hardest job, dude.
I know.
Chingo de pedo, vato.
Hey, one time I made I was doing a video on social media, and I was taking my like drum gear into a studio. And I was like, just being dramatic, saying, look at all this shit that I got to carry. I said, I had said, man, I wish I played the harmonica. Just put it in my pocket. And like 2 weeks later, we did a gig. I forgot where it was at. And this dude showed up and gave me a harmonica. I still have it at the house.
No, but last time I hurt my back carrying the microphone into the...
Nice. Shut up.
Pinche micrófono, carnal. No, but no.
I have too much stuff, dude. Like drummers have especially like somebody like me in the sense that I like, a lot of cymbals and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Chingos of stands, bro.
But it ain't like back in the 80s cuando tenían triple bass y la chica. Triple bass.
Yeah.
Así chingo de cymbals. No se miraba el drummer, carnal. No se miraban los sticks. Bien Neil Peart, Van Halen y la chingada, no? Now it's like one tom, the
snare kick.
Yeah. And you can do some damage with that stuff.
It's funny, when I was playing with AB, we did a gig one time in Amarillo, and Mr. Q was driving the bus for the band. And was my drum set was on the drum riser, and I had a pretty good sized kit. I mean, it looked pretty badass. And I remember him standing, and he was literally standing on stage, just looking at the drums. And I was over here by the monitor board, and this is during like sound check. And he says, Joey, and I was like, yeah. He goes, come here. So I walk up there, and I'm like, what's up? And he goes, what's up with all this crap? Like, why do you have all this crap? And then he goes into a story about my drummer had 2 cymbals or 1 cymbal. And
who was this again?
Mr. Quintanilla. Yeah, he had said he
back
was
in the day.
Like back in the day. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And then, so what did you tell him? Man?
I just told him, I said, look, we're on a big ass stage, big ass production. Like, I don't want a small ass drum kid.
And you make use of everything.
Yeah,
it's
I do.
Not like if you don't use any of it.
Yeah.
Or there's one particular thing you just have for show.
No, I use it.
Do you have a gong? I think you have a gong too.
No. Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, that's todo lo que te falta.
No me falta un gong.
Pinche gong como Tommy Lee dad.
Oh, Tommy Lee did have a gong. Yeah,
Hell yeah, man. Oh, yeah, Vince Neil. We were talking about Vince Neil last night with Gangrel. Has he gotten into shape or no? Have you heard anything about that guy?
I think
you're the biggest Motley Crue fan.
What I've been seeing is that he went, like, as soon as they announced that they were coming back on the stadium tour with Def Leppard, all of them got, they went, straight in with getting into shape. And then certain pictures started dropping of Vince Neil, of him with his girl, like at somewhere in Vegas or whatever. Yeah, and he's, I saw one, was it yesterday, the day before, that his dad had passed away. And it showed some pictures of him, and it looks like he's, he was big, bro.
Yeah, he was, man. When I saw him here, dude, I was like, man, I thought he was gonna collapse or something, man, because he looked really, really unhealthy, dude.
And I saw him in Laredo in 2000 and it was during the Carnival of Sins tour, 2005, and he had broke his leg, and he came out with the cast on his leg and still did the show.
So, no te pagan. Yeah. And you know how much he's worth, dude?
Vince Neil? No.
Anybody want to take a guess?
Well, I know Tommy Lee's the most. Tommy Lee's, I think he's worth $72 million.
Okay, what do you think Vince Neil's worth?
I'd say about 65.
Rally?
I say 25.
Fish?
I don't know, like 50.
Oh, Fish got it, man. 50.
50 million?
50 million.
50 million.
Wow.
Vince Neil is worth $50 million. Guy's got some money, bro.
Hey, but Tommy Lee's number 1.
Let's see. Vamos a ver.
He's like 70 or 72 million.
Yeah.
Yep.
Después de todo child support y la chingada.
Perhaps.
Net worth. Okay, Tommy Lee is worth $70 million, bro.
There you go.
Wow.
70 million. They got lots of money. They
That's
don't even
a
have
lot.
to tour, bro. They said they were going to retire and they didn't,
They did.
dude.
No.
They didn't, bro.
I don't care. I'll be there. I'll be there. Hey, I have the poster in my wall that it says, it's a picture of them in cartoon, and then it says Motley Crue, the final tour.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Not no more. Not no more.
The final tour before our next tour. Yeah. Before the stadium tour.
Yeah.
Like we had Chaz Corona. He's on with us on Wednesday nights with the Rock and Chaz show. And he has the Chaz collectible. And he brought out all the Motley Crue stuff he bought at the last concert,
did,
right?
yeah.
I was like, dude, todo lo que te faltó era el roadie que te vendió las shirts y la chingada, bro. Well, it is the last tour. It is the last tour. And he kept bringing stuff out, the poster, the jacket,
Lanyards,
the
stickers.
compró todo el pinche
Dude,
booth.
when I saw them in 98, they had the greatest hits tour, right? I saw them in 98 in San Antonio. And because it was the greatest hits, their merch had every album cover, each shirt, every album. So me, dude, I must have spent like at least a good $400, give or take. And I was standing there like this, güey, con el pinche pile of shirts. Fucking
Te las fueras puesto todas, carnal. You should have had them all. No puedo bajar los brazos, carnal. Tengo todas las tour shirts on.
For real, dude. I even went when they reunited in 2005 on that Carnival of Sins tour, and they played in San Antonio at the AT&T Center, and I went to the merch, right? And me, because I'm hardcore Motley Crue, I'm looking at everybody, and everybody has like the same concert shirt that they got from there, and they had like certain like shirts, and then they had a bunch of different other shirts, and they had a button up work shirt.
Órale.
Like, like the mechanic ones.
Simone.
It had a patch said Motley Crue, and it had, it was like $80.
Yeah.
I said, I want that one.
Yeah,
because nobody had it.
Yeah, it makes you look like you're part of the crew, dude. Right?
And then I lost it when I was, on the road somewhere.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna say, and then now the buttons don't close or something, man. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
They actually asked if you were gonna go see them in San Antonio this year.
Yeah, it was. As a matter of fact, a good friend of ours from Houston, Texas. His name is Juan Tomeoso. Shout out to Juan if he's tuning in. He actually got us the whole band of Macizo, or he actually told me for my birthday that he got Starla and I tickets to see Motley Crue for my birthday. I was like, what? Wow. I was like, yeah. So and then he ended up buying tickets for the whole band. Yeah. So
I think that show would have been like a big party. It was Joan Jett. It was Poison. It was Def Leppard.
And Motley.
And Motley. Hey, that would have been like, talk about waking up the next day hungover for us old school dudes. You know, I had one, two.
Hey, so let me ask you this, Rock. Who do you think would have stole the show?
Motley.
A huevo, right?
Pues sí, güey.
Hey, Carlos Miranda sends me a message, and he's like, hey, so you really think Motley should go over Def Leppard? I'm like, duh. And then he starts sending me YouTube links to like Too Late for Love. Listen to the intro. You mean to tell me when this intro comes on, the people ain't gonna go crazy?
Yeah.
I'm like, pues a huevo, but you take a pair.
Pues la cosa que pasa es que Motley Crue, el pinche singer, no vale madre, güey. He sings live, güey.
Hey, dude, don't be talking like that in front of me, bro.
I mean, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even know what the hell he's saying.
Yeah.
No hay pedo, you know. You can smoke a joint and drink a bottle of Jack and you still won't understand the guy, right? Because he just makes stuff up, you know, Vince Neil, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just him. It's a style, right? But, you know, we saw Kiss with Def Leppard. And Def Leppard, musically, blew Kiss away.
Oh, for sure.
And Kiss, like, as far as the show, pues hay otro Motley Crue, chingo de pedo, ¿entiendes? But musically, in that whole, like, Poison, Joan Jett, Def Leppard, and Motley Crue, who would be the best band, dude?
Uh-oh.
It's you know what?
And don't be biased. I know. I mean, just be like the true musician that you are. Legitimately, who would have been the best musical band in that?
Fuck that, Motley Crue, way. Shit. Listen to that. Dude, come on, Rock.
No, me carnal. Pinche Def Leppard se lo deja que carnal.
Híjole.
You know what? They got Joan Jett's not too bad either, bro.
No, Joan Jett's she's badass, bro.
Yeah.
I read the other day, about 2 weeks ago, Brian Wheat from Tesla was saying, man, I wish we could have been on that bill instead of Joan Jett.
Yeah.
Would you have taken Tesla over Joan Jett?
I think Joan Jett's better because Joan Jett had more hit power than Tesla. Tesla has some good songs, but it's like a limited amount of people that really know that music. You know what I mean? That cowboy song and space. What is it? I forgot the name, but it was a
Modern Day Cowboy.
Good song. And then there was like another song, a slow one, and then sign still. The sign says long-haired people. But you talk about Joan Jett, dude. I mean, she's got I Love Rock and Roll. Con esa pinche rola, the whole place gonna explode, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That rola, and then she's got all these other, and they're all covers though. You know, Joan Jett, I don't think she has any original songs that hit. They were all covers.
Well, I Hate Myself for Loving You, I think is an original.
Yeah, and did you hear the Green Day song, the new one that ripped off that whole, sampled the whole song?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, dude, Green Day did it, man. We were playing it before we went classic rock at the radio station, and I was like, man, I've heard that song, and it was like Joan Jett's tune, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I don't know, Joan Jett. And then as far as Poison is concerned, pues, you know, Bret
Dude,
Michaels.
you know what?
Más o menos. Bret Michaels, you know, él y el Vince Neil se meten chingazos, güey, en los pinches vocals, güey. Sí.
Dude, when I saw Poison, and I was like, I liked them better on MTV, because live, they caído, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's like, and Ricky Rocket, man, God bless his soul, the drummer for Poison.
Don't be hating, güey. Don't be hating.
Thumbs down, bro. Double thumbs down.
Anda de hater. Y el Ricky Rocket, no como with the hair to the side, no, de cueras todo el pinche hairdo. I never liked Poison, dude. I mean, I remember Poison back in the day where it was real rinky-dinky, bubblegum.
Even on their Behind the Music VH1, Ricky Rocket talks about that, how people didn't like him. Or like, they weren't taken serious.
Well, they evolved, because the first album was like probably the weakest, and that's the one that everybody liked because it was so simple and so cheesy and so bubblegummy and mainstream, look what the cat dragged in, right? And then they evolved into, nothing but a good time. Every rose has a storm. And then they started evolving, and the music started getting a little better. And, I mean, my favorite Poison song has to be Nothing But a Good Time, man, for sure, dude. And but as far as Motley Crue, dude, it's just like chinga. And then freaking Nicky Six me la debe, carnal.
Big
Este
time.
vato me la debe, homeboy.
Why, doggy?
El día que lo mire lo mete una chinga el vato se tiene la onda, carnal, porque me avientó una bottle de Fiji water on me right in the face. Dude.
Nuh-uh.
Oh yeah, dude.
On purpose.
Tell her, baby. Tell him.
Well, that's what happened. We were watching. That's what happened. We were watching him, and then
First row. We were front row.
Yeah.
Or second row, right?
Second row.
Second
Something
row.
like that. So some guys tapped him on the shoulder to take a picture.
Yeah, because there's like three rows that go from one end of the stage to the other.
Yes.
And then in the middle of these, like right on the edges, there's like walkways.
Yes.
And then they split it up in 3 sections, right?
Yeah.
But walking into the stage, the third row is where it ends. So that's just like, you know what I mean? So I was there right at the walkway, and there was people standing behind me, and one of them was my friend, and he said, "Hey, Rock, volteate, güey, para dar un picture, güey." Volteé para arriba. And then all of a sudden, boom!
So he was giving the stage his back. So he turned around and started taking pictures with the guys behind.
Hey, don't be turning your back on Motley Crue, eh?
Güey, lo que pasó, güey.
I'll fucking delete you out of my life, eh? Neta.
Bro, if you were there and you wanted a picture with Nicky Six behind you, would you turn around so I could take a picture with Nicky Six behind you on the stage? Don't freaking lie, bro. Damn. So el camarada me dijo, "Hey, Rock, volteate, ahí está Nicky Six, órale." I turn around and then I feel like this freaking bottle of water.
Like a full bottle of water.
And I was like, I didn't know where it came from, dude. I thought it came from the audience, like some vato, some hater, pinche Rock, boom, me lo avientó, güey. So I got up on the chair. I go, "Hey, who the fuck threw this shit at me, man? What the?" And Rally was over here. It was Nicky Six. I go like, "What?" Yes, move out of the way. He sits somewhere down there. She wanted the freaking.
I would have kept it too. I would have got it.
I was like, he threw it at me. Yeah, he threw you the Fiji bottle water. Like, pinche Nicky Six, no le nadie. Puro pinche Alice Cooper, culero.
Oh my God, dude.
It was fucking amazing, dude.
It was.
And
It
then,
really was.
But what was freaking me out, my wife instead of saying, "Are you okay, honey? Are you okay? Are you hurt?" No,
Looking for the bottle.
Get the hell out of the way.
Huevo.
And there was other women fighting for the bottle. There were people.
I believe it.
fighting
I
for
believe it.
Yeah, but then
I'm like, that was mine. That's mine.
And all Rally went,
Dang, hey, crazy shit right at rock concerts, bro.
How many times you seen Motley Crue anyway?
16 times.
16 times.
16
Wow,
times.
man.
Yeah.
What was the very first tour you saw?
I saw them on Generation Swine, 97. That's because when I would, of course, I wanted to see them when I was little, but my parents wouldn't let me. I was too little. And then once I became a teenager, they had gotten John Corabi, and they went to San Antonio in 94. But I was already playing with Excelencia.
And
so
you were working all the time, yeah.
I was always busy, so
Yeah,
I
and
never.
at night and on weekends and during the shows and stuff.
And that's how come I didn't get to see, man. One rock star that I wish I could have got to see live was Ronnie James Dio. I never did.
I got a picture with him.
Really?
I met him, yeah. Ronnie James Dio. We'll probably put it on. I was thinking of putting it this Thursday on the photo album show with Ronnie James Dio. But the first time I ever saw Motley Crue was Shout at the Devil, bro. I saw them here at the Villarreal Convention Center.
Dude, you know what's funny? Because a lot of people that I know, they talk about, when if I meet people, and they tell me about Motley Crue, and especially here in Texas, they'll tell me we saw them at the Villarreal, we saw them at the Memorial Coliseum in Corpus.
Yeah. Well, this was their first headlining tour. And they came and they played here. I think they had a band called Kick Axe that opened up in Heaven. It was Heaven, Kick Axe. I showed up when Heaven was already done. The other band was Axe, Heat in the Street, Heat in the Street.
Okay,
you ever heard that song?
I've heard that song.
Dude, it's a freaking awesome song. I gotta play it, man. It's just Heat in the Street. Watch, you folks are gonna be freaking out with this tune, man. It's the way it starts and the way it sounds, man. Oh, man. Hold on a second. Yeah, but the Villarreal Convention Center, dude, I saw a bunch of shows there, man, back in the day.
I want to send a special shout out to Dario Puig, JJ Lopez, Big D. Hey, what's up, Big D?
Check it
Johnny Borquez.
And who else, baby?
And Santiago Villalobos.
All right, now check out the intro to this song. This is the band that opened up for Motley Crue when I first saw them in 1982, 81, somewhere around there.
83.
The drums.
Boy.
Yeah, dude. I saw these guys.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
Yeah, bro. Man, that's crazy, man. It was crazy. I got the shirt too. You know, Motley Crue is a shot at the devil, but it was their first tour, man. And then I never saw them again until they came to the Rio Grande Valley. I took Ronnie. It was probably the carnival. It was like 2005, 2003.
Yeah, that's Carnival Sins.
Carnival of
Carnival
Sins.
Sins.
Yeah, because it was like a carnival thing.
Yeah.
And then we saw them the last time.
Dude, the thing is when I saw them, I didn't even really enjoy myself the first couple times because I was just like I couldn't believe that I was in the same room as them. Like they were right. Like I was fourth row my first time seeing them. So Tommy Lee was right there, dude. Vince Neil, Nikki, I mean, like right there, and I was just like freaking out, like holy shit, like these are my heroes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm there watching, and then the gig was over and whatever, and I just whatever. Then they came on another tour, and I got to see him, and it was the same thing, bro.
Dude, you never got to meet and greet or anything?
No, dude.
Why not, bro?
Never.
I mean, if I'm this big of a fan, I would have spent $1,500 to get in the back and take pictures with Tommy Lee and Vince Neil probably never shows up to those things.
Neither does Tommy Lee doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Like he does.
Really?
Yeah, when they were doing the last few tours before they did the final tour, he had went on this rant about not being a part of the meet and greet.
Yeah.
So it would be Nikki Sixx, Vince Neil, and Mick Mars, but no Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, man, I would assume because that's what they started doing once this internet stuff came on.
Yeah.
And all this music was getting streamed and they weren't making any more money. Because it used to be that the radio stations used to handle the meet and greets, right? The record labels would say, hey, you guys want to do some meet and greets? Motley's going to be down in the valley, this and that, whatever, sure. And then we do them with the radio, and then we give them airplay and stuff like that. And they get the royalties out of the airplay, of the publishing and all that stuff. And then that stopped. It stopped all of a sudden. And then if you wanted a meet and greet, you had to go to the website and buy them off of the band.
Yeah.
Or buy them off of like Aerosmith, Steven Tyler. That dude was selling his own personal meet and greets.
Really?
Aparte de la band.
Oh wow.
So, he was making his money there.
I know. You know what? I know they made a lot of money because I had a buddy of mine from Midland.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about doing a meet and greet for George Strait. Like he paid money to meet George Strait, and he said he paid like I think it was like $5,000 or $6,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, and I just literally, he got a guitar, but he said me and my wife just walked up, stood next to him, took a picture.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's what it is, bro.
and I was like,
yeah.
I mean, I think I would probably embarrass myself and Starla if I did. I would probably cry or some shit.
No,
like,
bad. For $5,000, I'd take him to go get tacos and shit, or something.
Hey,
bro.
but you know what? I'll tell you this right now, and I hope he's watching. Chris Perez, my big bro, he calls me and he's like, "Hey, I'm working on some stuff, man, and I'm working with Tommy Lee's people, so you already know." I'm like, "Are you for real?" He's like, "You already know." And then maybe a couple weeks will pass by. He goes, "Hey, I think I'm gonna do some stuff with Nikki Sixx." What? He goes, "Are you ready? You get ready." So I said, "Hey, dude, just tell me I'm there." He goes, "But you gotta be cool, man. Like, you gotta be cool." Because when believe it or not, I got to meet DJ Ashba from Nikki Sixx's band.
Yeah.
I got to meet him.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Yeah, I
love that band.
I went to his.
Now that's a singer.
Yeah, James Michael.
Es un pinche singer, güey.
Yeah.
Ese se mete a Vince Neil fácil, vato. Yeah.
So I go to Ashba's clothing store there in Vegas, and he's there, and I'm just like,
dude, you could have played with Ashba.
I wish.
You could have. Man, my friend from Alamo, Texas played with Ashba.
Really?
But anyway, go ahead and I'll tell you later.
So he's there, dude, and I'm like, I'm just like, man, it's fucking DJ Ashba's right there. And it was me and Checo from Signal.
See.
And our road manager and our assistant, we were in the store, and Checo was freaking out. Dude, he was like, chill out. Like we're trying to be cool. And
Bien groupie, el vato,
yeah.
bien groupie.
But you know what, dude? Hey, but you know what? I'll tell you this, man. DJ Ashba was so awesome.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
He was so down to earth. Like it makes it that more even badass.
There's an interview on YouTube with me and him.
Really?
Yeah. Just look out RocknRollJames and DJ Ashba. Pops up, and you can. And that's when I asked him about the guy from Alamo.
Oh, okay.
He was a great drummer, man, and he went. He moved. He was in San Antonio for a while.
Bones.
Oh,
dude. I know Bones.
Yeah.
I used to work at the guitar at Hermes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bones went, and I asked him about him, and he said, "Oh yeah, he stayed on my couch for like 6 months when
Yeah.
we first went to L.A." And I said, "Dude, thanks a lot for watching our homeboys back, And so he ended up playing with Chester Bennington. I've seen him on some videos when they were up in England, and he was playing with Lincoln Park, and then he came out with on the 6 a.m. video.
Yeah.
The Life is Beautiful.
Yeah, that's Bones.
Yeah, on there. And I was so proud of that kid because he was like 16 years old and he was playing in my band.
Okay.
And we're the Motley Crue guys, drinking and drugs and all that. And he was eating candies and shit. That was because he was a
that
kid.
was like my life with excellence.
Yeah, he was a kid. He started something like you did, man, like 12 years old, and like better than most established drummers like you too, bro. Like when you first came out on the scene, it was like, this dude, where did he come from? Where'd this kid come from? Ladies and gentlemen, you don't understand. The first time I saw this guy, he was playing with Carlito Miranda, and I've said this story before, and I was just in awe because it was a little 10-year-old like kid, playing drums and not skipping a beat. I'm like, ¿dónde es ese chavalito? ¿Dónde salió, carnal? Y eras tú, bro.
Puro seguín.
Yeah, and it was the Freeman Coliseum, like this 10-year-old playing at the Freeman Coliseum, where Ozzy has played, Judas Priest, all these bands opening up for Selena.
Yeah.
It was like pretty amazing to see you play as a little kid like that, dude.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, and you're still at it, bro.
Yeah.
How old are you now, bro?
Dude, golly.
Hey, so what? I'm gonna feel over.
I know. I just turned 40 in December.
See?
Yeah, man.
So I'm 14 years older than you, bro.
Neta?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, 15. I'm gonna be 15 years older than you. When is your December? You turn
December 14th.
Okay, yeah.
I just turned 40.
December. I'm December 28th, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot
So
of
yeah,
December
mero eras
birthdays.
Capricorn. Kind of my wife's December 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas
so Christmas Day.
That's
And-
Starla's favorite day in the whole wide world. It's Christmas.
Yep. So is
And
mine.
so yeah, man. But the last time before we get to anything else, I saw a video of you with Secreto, bro. That band's really hit it big time.
Oh, man,
Their
dude.
video went viral doing that Pegaso song. No, it was a Tropical
Tropical
song.
Panama. Yeah.
And then I saw that you were helping them out on a show. Are you with them or what?
No. Okay, see, this is how it went down. Maybe about a year ago. It was like 2 years ago. I had seen on Facebook, because the story makes sense. I was on Facebook, just scrolling, and then I see people of sharing this video of a band. I didn't know who it was, whatever. Just scrolling by, whatever. And I saw it a few days, and then one night I was like, I'm gonna check it out. It was Secreto, and the song was called "Como Los Quedó." Mm-hmm. So I played it. I had no idea who these guys were. So I played it, and I was listening to it. I was like, "A la madre, he just got a badass groove." Yeah. And then I shared it, and I put, I don't know who the hell these guys are, but they're jamming. And then people started liking it and sharing it. Oh, man, yeah, I heard about these guys. Oh, man, they're jamming. And well, apparently it got back to the band that I shared their video.
Orale.
So the drummer, I think it was Brian, the drummer, reached out to me and said, "Thank you, man, for sharing our video." And I told him, I'm like, "Dude, no, bro, you sound fucking badass." So, we're just kind of chit-chatting like that. Anyways, okay, so that happened there. About maybe a month after that, I played in Houston with Macizo, and this guy comes up to me, and he introduces himself, and his name is Miguel Hernandez. Shout out to Miguel if he's watching. Miguel Hernandez, he's the original drummer for Secreto. Orale. He comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, man, Joey, what's up, man? I'm Miguel Hernandez." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you, bro." He goes, "Yeah, man, I'm from Secreto." But I didn't recognize his face because what I saw was different guys. He goes, "No, man, I'm the original drummer. My baby brother, Brian, he's the drummer now." And he goes, "Hey, dude, everybody was, thank you so much for your support, for sharing the video. Everybody was excited." Yeah. I was like, "Really?" He's
They were
like,
real appreciative.
Yeah, dude. So we were just, chopping it up. And I was telling them, "Dude, they're fucking bad, bro." So we talked maybe 10, 15 minutes that day. That was it. All of a sudden I think it was December 22nd, 6th, the day after Christmas, I think it was, or the 27th.
Simon.
Oh, no, I'm lying to you. 23rd.
Okay.
It was the 23rd.
Before Christmas.
Before Christmas. I get a message on Facebook. And it's one of those messages that when you're not friends with somebody, it's a request. So I check it and it says Miguel Hernandez. And he goes, what's up, bro? Long story short, he basically was like, hey, man, we might need a fill-in drummer. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the hell? So as this is happening, I'm reading the message or whatever. I'm at Starla's work, and she's with a customer.
At the salon.
She's talking to a customer. And I don't even say, excuse me. I don't wait for her. I literally go in front of her face and I put my phone for her to see my screen, what it says, that it's these dudes. And she's just looking at me like, get the hell away. Like, But anyways, so we got done. I'm like, babe, these dudes, like, I'm going to call them.
They went viral.
Yeah. So I tell Miguel, yeah, here's my number. Call me, bro. So he calls me. He's like, hey, man, unfortunately, Brian, the drummer, he had gone on vacation with his girlfriend and he got COVID. Oh. So
quarantine.
They had shows that they needed to do.
See.
And he tells me, could you fill in? And I was like, fuck yeah. Yeah. Where are we going? Yeah. So he tells me that they're playing here in the Valley. They were playing 2 privates.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I knew was a Saturday and a Sunday. I said, yeah, I'm there. Let's do it. So we talked on a Thursday. We played, and then I played Saturday, Sunday. I had no rehearsal. I showed up, and the crazy thing, I showed up, right? I didn't know these guys personally. I knew Miguel from that one conversation in Houston, but like the bass player and everybody else, I didn't know who these guys were. So we show up, and I get off the car, and I see them, and I walk up to them. I have my backpack. Walk up to them and say, "What's up?" And it's funny because they didn't believe that I was gonna go. They thought it was a prank. Like when Brian got sick, Miguel said, well, because their thing was, well, what are we going to do? Who are we going to get? So Miguel is like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Joey. And they're like, yeah, whatever. Like, and and he's like, no, man. So he reached out to me. And then, we had our conversation or whatever. And then he tells them. And they're like, no, hombre, bro, estás cagando palo. Joey's not going to come play with us. Dude, up until they saw my face, until they saw me walking up to them.
I got to see it to believe it.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what it was. So I go and I shake their hands, introduce myself, and I'm like, man, let me just get it out of the way. Like, I'm a fan of you guys. Yeah. But here's the funny thing is that prior to this, like the day before, even that morning when we were getting ready, I was telling Starla, I was like, babe, I gotta be cool. I can't be, like, super fanboy with these dudes. I gotta be cool. And she was laughing, dude. So
I'm the elder. Right?
So I go and I meet these guys and whatever. So we instantly
click,
hit it off, bro.
Wow.
Like. O sea, watchen que son bien de aquí a los chavalos.
Dude, oh man, dude. Aparte from a great band that they are, talented guys. Aparte from that, dude, these guys are like some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Very welcoming, like, whatever you need, yada. And I was very just, hombre, we'll be fine. And I remember, I got the drums checked. They had them kind of set up. I just kind of tweaked it, checked the drums, and they're like, all right, what do you want to play? At sound check, so we can go over some songs. And this is the song that the first song we played together was Tambea. Dude, and as soon as we started playing it, it sounded like we've been playing together for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like it just gelled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the groove, bro. Oh my God. I enjoyed it so much. And dude, it was such a freaking experience.
The video that we have, it shows you guys like playing inside like it's like one of those online shows, like YouTube shows, like it's a bar, like Zagarin bar.
It's called Pisto, Perica y Música or something like that.
Where's that at?
It's here in the Valley.
Really? Who does
that?
The
conga player, Caesar Garza. Saludos, bro. They do it on Mondays. And they do it on Mondays live.
La competition.
El competition, carnal.
Hey, córtenlos.
No.
Hey, well, check this out. So the second gig, which was the Sunday, on break, the bass player Leonel, he tells me, hey, bro, are you leaving tomorrow? Which was Monday. And I was like, no, we were going to stay and just kind of hang out and go, to the outlets or whatever. And he goes, well, man, bro, chingao, I forgot that we have a private tomorrow. It's an hour set. He goes, and then we do this show at night, and you could jam with us. And I was like, fuck yeah, hell yeah. And so, and then, because we had already made plans, I went into Australia and said, hey, these guys want me to jam. She's like, nah, we're good. So I'll go the next day to we do this wedding on Monday. We play an hour.
On a Monday, a wedding?
Yeah,
how crazy is that, right?
So he's explaining to me what the show is, that show, Pisto, Perica, and Música. He's like, okay, so it's in a dude's house. It's like he built a house behind his house, and when you walk in, it looks like a bar.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
Yeah,
bro.
so he's like, we just we'll set up the drums there and everything. Don't worry about it. Just we'll be good. And I was like, all right, cool, man. So we get there, and it's like showing up at your house. Like, right, we parked in the front.
Cállate, bro. We have a big building studio, carnal. No digas nada, carnal. Este es un pinche high rise, carnal. Estamos en el 15th floor, carnal.
So, yeah, I forgot about that.
No estamos en el callejón, carnal. Be quiet, bro.
Stop.
My bad. Disregard.
You're exposing us, carnal. We're in the top suite today. Come on.
So we get to the house, right? And Caesar, I followed Caesar, the conga player, and he's like, all right. So we get out the car and we walk down the side of the house to the backyard, and we get to the back, dude, and there's all these freaking people there. Like I want to. Man,
well, dude, they're real popular, bro.
Well, see, I didn't know and they were barbecuing and just people, and then there's that house. So we go in the house and you open the door and it's like, like this is lit up and the bar and everything, and the drums are right there. So, and this is what freaked me out the most.
It's awesome.
This is what freaked me out the most is that I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna play in about 30 minutes, right? So I get behind the drums, and again, I'm just tweaking things real quick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are we gonna sound check or what's going on? Because this is live.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is it gonna sound like? So they already have their crew they already know what they're doing.
You can't screw up in those shows,
no,
dude.
but they have dude, and they have probably one of the best crews in the game, because here I am thinking, so I'm like, we're gonna do in-ears or what? Yeah, you got your in-ears, yeah. Boom, they give me a pack, boom, here we go. And then the sound guy is outside with all the people with his iPad mixing real quick before we start. And Leonel tells me, dude, just wait till you're done. He goes, and go back when you're on your drive home.
And listen to
it on YouTube.
Dude,
I freaked out, bro.
Well, it's like the video that's this song. It's like they're outside with trucks and everything. And
dude, these guys,
some lights.
Rock, you won't even believe it. These guys are so freaking advanced, bro. They did a show in Monterrey, maybe like a week or two after I played with them. So they're performing live in Monterrey, and the guy that mixes sound for them was mixing live from the Valley.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they have that.
That's crazy, dude.
They have that
technology, bro.
They maintain that sound.
Yeah,
it's a trip.
I've seen some shows like Zagardes del Bar.
That's the guy. That's where they went.
Oh, they went to Zagardes.
Yeah,
del Bar?
that's where they went.
That was a show.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that show.
Yeah,
it's on Tuesday.
Yeah, they perform.
It's not on Monday. It's on Tuesday.
No. But I'm saying when they went to play
in
Monterrey on that show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when the guy was mixing sound from here.
Valley.
But the other show, Pistos and whatever, what is it called? What's it called?
It's called Pisto, Perica y Música.
That one's here locally?
That one's here locally.
What city?
Right, I think it's in Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh?
I think so.
Wow, man, I've never even heard of them
Dude,
met them.
It was crazy, bro. Like
I need to look it up on YouTube. I love watching those shows,
and the
man.
funny thing is that, see, Starlet and I are always together. So we get there, and we're walking together, and we're looking at each other like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
All these people, dude, like if it was a gig.
Yeah.
And I was like, a la madre. So when I get on the drums and I'm sitting there, then people start coming in the house, to watch us play. Dude, it was a trip, man. And
luckily there's people there, so you can get some energy from them.
Yeah. Well, I heard that they do that show every Monday, and there's times there's nobody there. You know what I'm saying?
Pero ahí estaba secreto, carnal, cállate la boca, shut up.
Oh, dude, these guys, man. If they're watching, shout out to all the guys in Secreto. Thank you so
Real
much
proud
again.
of those guys,
oh, dude,
man.
It was
viral,
you know what?
dude.
It was an experience that I'll never forget. Apart from playing great music, like I said, they were amazing guys. They treated me so well. They treated us so well.
Yeah.
It was super
awesome.
awesome.
Se notan que tienen la sangre bien livianita, bro. They look like I mean, they're just very appreciative guys.
The crazy,
and good musicians, talented.
What's a trip is that I had asked Leonel, and I was like, dude, like, how did this happen or what? And he told me that they started Secreto in 2009, and he said that it was just to do weddings and quinceañeras.
Yeah.
That's all he wanted to do. And then he said recently, about a year and a half ago, that he was like, you know what? He wanted to kind of change their format because he said they were playing the typical norteño songs for weddings and quinceañeras.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know what? I want to do something different. Maybe some old school tropical songs. Make them our style.
I didn't know that was a tropical.
Neither did I.
I thought it was an original. That's what happens when you bring out songs like that from the past.
Exactly.
There's so much great music in the tropical.
Oh, dude.
Format from older bands.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Chivo and Liberación and Grupo Pegaso and all those guys.
Yeah, man.
And you bring a song out and people think like,
wow.
Wow.
That's exactly what I did. So I'm like, so he said they started changing their format a little bit. So he said, you know what? Let's record some videos. And they did the first 6 videos, I believe he said, in the back of Cesar Garza, the conga player, and back of his house. They set up.
Is that where they did this video?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, Tambea. No, they didn't do Tambea there. They did the first 6 videos there, and which has Como Les Quedó, and it had El Barranquillero.
Simple, dude.
Yeah, dude. And
the music speaks for itself.
And then he's like, and don't think that we recorded and went into Pro Tools. He mixed it. No, he goes, no. What you're hearing comes off the soundboard.
Yeah.
Soy bruto. And I was like, what? And he goes, and I did this just to market the band for quinceañeras and weddings. If somebody wanted to hire us, we'll go to our channel and you can see how we sound.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, hombre, bro.
It
just started moving, man. I was like,
it's like you don't have radio hits now. You have viral hits,
dude.
now.
And stuff like that is like, and I told him, I was like, you know what, man, you guys deserve it, bro. Like, because the fact that they didn't even premeditate that I want to be this big band. They just wanted to.
It's always the feel. It's just like it's just that's what people usually get attracted to, is something that just like there's some bands that would record a song in a day, and then there's some that'll record a song in 30 days, and the one day song that just like slap together is the one that freaking hits.
Yeah,
you never know, dude.
And Mariano, which is the singer, shout out to Mariano. And he was telling Starla and I after the second gig that I played with them, we were just out there talking. All of us were talking, and we just kind of get to know each other, the little bit of their story or whatever. And he was telling us that he barely started singing, and he did not like his voice. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, man.
Singers never like their voices.
I was like, dude, I didn't even know he's 21. I was like, what? He's like, yeah.
Oh, they're perfect, bro.
Dude.
Perfect age to hit it, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
So, and it's so weird because, I know that I only got to spend those 4 days with them, right? But I feel like those 4 days made such an impact in my life that when I see them playing shows on Facebook, they're live, it just makes me so proud. Yeah. Because these guys are so awesome. And a lot of people thought that I was joining Secreto.
That's what I thought when I
Everybody and their mother. And it made me feel, it was cool because it was an experience, right? But Brian is their drummer, and I went just to help them out to get them out of the situation. And people were, no, you should stay. And I was like, no. Yeah. So, but when I talked to Leonel, Leonel goes, no, hombre, bro, if my brother tells me he wants to take a day off, te voy a hablar. He goes, he wants to go on a vacation.
I got you on speed dial.
But no, man, it was awesome, bro. I had so much fun, and I actually posted a video, right? We played on that show, Pisto Perica Música. Starla had recorded us playing like on her phone, and she recorded us playing a song called Chiquilla Cariñosa, and and it was mostly of me playing the drums. And I put it on my social media, right? And it's not the video that is on YouTube where the mix is mamalon.
Why don't you put those videos on your YouTube channel? Because I went to your YouTube channel and all I found was these videos of you in Secreto. I didn't find any like when you put the cameras behind you and stuff like that.
I have a few,
but those are on your Instagram more, right, or what?
No, I have like maybe 2 or 3 like that back in the Signal days.
Okay.
But
yeah, because I couldn't find any. I was trying to get some footage, but anyway, so
yeah, so I used that video that she recorded.
Uh-huh.
I posted on my social sites. And mind you, Rock, I'm just playing a cumbia. I'm not twirling the sticks and throwing the sticks in the air and pinche drum riff. Just más sencillo. Dude, that video is the biggest video I've ever posted in my life playing with, like in my career of playing with all the bands that I've ever been with. That has gotten the most views is playing with Secreto.
Wow.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, those guys are very popular right now, man. And do we have any questions for...
Yeah, we do. We have quite a few.
We have a great audience, man. We got like 420 people on right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So one question was if you've recorded anything new.
No. Oh, you know what? Yes, I have. Back in January the 15th, I went in the studio to record 3 songs for this group from Arkansas. The guy reached out to me through Facebook and said, "Hey, man, I got 3 songs. I want you to record." And I was like, "Okay." We worked out the details. And
Tejano or what?
it's a norteño.
Norteño?
Yeah. And I went in. Es más, I don't even know the name of the band. But he sent me the material. I went in and knocked it out. That was the most recent thing that I've done.
Órale.
And with Macizo.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Macizo.
Yeah,
man. What's going on
Macizo. Actually, we're in works right now to get it into some new material. Working on some new material. So hopefully we'll get in the studio soon and crank out some new songs.
Los old schoolers, Vato, like, we're considered old school now, no? Compare like the young
I'm
guys
old
like
schooler?
Secreto. Pues, compare to bands like because you started at the age of 10.
No, yeah,
most
man.
like
I'm so in denial, right? I don't want to be that dude.
yeah. Well, you're gonna have to face it one of these days, Joey.
No, people tell me that I'm like, and it's funny because Lalo Reina, my brother,
Yeah.
he'll
El
send-
esposo de Elida.
yeah, he'll send me text messages and he'll go, "Bro, where are those guys now?"
Yeah.
The Richard Solises and when we were
Oh,
young.
not yet, bro. Not Richard Solis, no.
No,
Bro,
but
that fucking 70,
when Lalo and I were young,
Uh-huh.
Richard and Ricky Reyes and all them were our age now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were in their 40s
Yeah.
and we were in our teens. So now that we're in our 40s, we're those guys now.
Yeah. No, pues sí, va. I'm even above you, man, more. Hombre, cállate la boca, shut up. Don't tell me that. My back hurts right now, dude. I had to go to the freaking chiropractor today.
I've been wanting to get adjusted. Like
You should. And you should, because you have a lot of repetitive motion.
Yes.
And that can come back to haunt you later on, dude. After you're 50 and shit.
I've always wanted to get adjusted by a chiropractor.
You should do it. It's really good, man. It's a fantastic. Get a massage and all that stuff, man. Take care of your spine.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting there and you're doing all kinds of stuff. A lot of people, the last time that you were on the show, they were kind of upset about that they were waiting for that big thing with the signal thing.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Jesse at all or anything?
No. The only, to be honest with you, the only people that I've spoke to out of that camp has been Richard Rosales and Checo. And Checo has been through text message, and Richard, actually, we spoke 2 days ago, and Richard and I, him and I, it's funny, man, because when I first joined the band, I didn't know Richard, and as soon as I got in the band, the first thing I did was go to record the record. So when we on our way to the Valley, or we're coming here to the Valley to record at Pro Sound, I'm in the car with Richard.
Richard Rosales is the bajo sexto
Bajo
with
sexto
the long
player, yeah.
hair and the eyeliner.
Yeah, and
great guy.
Oh, great guy.
Freaking amazing ear in the
Yeah.
studio. He mixes. He
and you know what? And believe it or not, he's got a badass voice.
Sí.
He has a badass voice.
No, y tenía un grupo también antes que él estaba con. It was him and another guy from Freddie Records.
Privilegio.
Privilegio.
Yeah.
And they had some really good music. It
Yeah.
never really hit mainstream, but it was really good stuff.
Yeah, and so we actually spoke. Richard and I have spoke. What I was saying about the whole thing when I first joined the band is when I didn't know Richard. So on our way to the Valley, we were stuck in a car together. So we got to know each other, and we ended up being really, really close through all the years. And we I guess it was a little bit of time that just kind of let things settle for a little bit, and then we just reached out to each other. And it, believe it or not, it was like the next day. We understood each other, and it had absolutely nothing to do with the band. You know what I mean? Absolutely nothing to do with the band, because it's the reason we talked 2 days ago. His mom had passed away about a month ago or 3 weeks ago, and I reached out to him and everything, and and we were talking, and we're brothers, man. You know what I mean? He does what he does, and I do what I do, and we left.
Pero con Jesse no hablas nada, bro.
Nah,
no, at all. No. Do you ever see yourself talking with him, bro? I mean,
I don't know. I don't. Maybe
the time passes, bro.
Everybody
does their own thing.
I'll tell you like
I mean,
this,
is there grudges going on or anything like that?
No, I don't think
if grudges doesn't.
No, I don't think it's. Honest to God, bro, I don't think it's grudges, man. I just think, we're just in two different worlds. Mm-hmm. That. Of course, it's totally my opinion.
But you all spent a lot of time together. And,
yeah.
There was that time when you and him were. You all and him worked together, and you all worked as a cohesive unit.
Yeah.
And you played together, and then there were some good times and maybe some bad times.
Yeah.
That's the way the ball bounces when you have a band. Some days will be good and some days won't. And you have your downfalls and you have your highlights and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, I mean, it was a chapter in your life.
Yeah.
And, it's
and that's the thing is that aparte, like, because I was there to play drums in the band. And that part of the job description I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And it was everything else that, even though we had great times, it's like the yin yang, the good and the bad.
Yeah.
But, that's, I don't know, man. I mean, the only thing I could really say and it's because of everything that has kind of happened in this world and life and everything is, I guess I really can't say never, right?
Well, no, you can't. Look at Motley Crue. They retired and now they're back again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, but it's like when this whole breakup happened, you would have interviews and I don't know if it was the media trying to stir shit up, you know, because you know how the media is, bro. And I'd see an interview with Jesse and they were trying to telling him, oh, so-and-so said this and this and that. And then he had to respond. And then his response might have not been to your favor or your liking.
You know what? The funny thing is that
so then the beef continues, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they're the ones making money off of it with the attention they're getting from getting you guys on their. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. No, I mean, at the end of the day, it was like, it's whatever, man. You know what I mean? Like I obviously made the choice to walk away from that. You know what I mean? I wasn't asked to walk away. I walked away from that, and the body of work speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Everything that has happened while I was there speaks for itself. I don't have to go there and I mean, there was a time where I guess I had, maybe I did have a grudge where I was like, man, fuck that. I'm not going to talk about that or whatever. But at the end of the day,
because there was a time, right? When there was some actual hatred there.
Well, Well, the thing is that I was pissed off because of the way things went down after the fact. Mm-hmm. Because I thought when I left the band, I did it the right way. I didn't. How do you say it? Like I went to the powers that be, and which
was management.
Yeah, and I left the band. Yeah, and mind you.
So you went around Jesse. You didn't go to Jesse. You went.
He's
around
not, but he just sings and plays accordion. He's not the guy.
But he's like that. No, but he's the lead face of the band.
Well, but
you would consider him the star of the band, right?
But he's not. But at the time, I mean, I don't know how it is now. Maybe it is the same. Maybe it's not the same. I have no idea. But at the time, in that moment, I knew he's not the guy to go to.
That was the chain of command. Was that the chain of command that, you know what? If I have any grievance, I don't go to Jesse. I got to go to the management.
Yeah,
and then
pretty much
they'll go to Jesse and they'll discuss it and they'll come back with me. So there was no personal contact between you and Jesse to be able to discuss any type of grievance you might have.
No.
Wow. Well, that's kind of weird because a lot of times band members talk amongst each other whether there's channels or not,
Yeah.
But there must have been something that made you not want to really approach Jesse about it, right?
Well, it's because I knew that things had changed and he wasn't the guy in charge anymore. Mm-hmm. We had a guy in charge. So, if you
did that kind of affect your
your
feeling that he wasn't the one in charge anymore and he had to deal with the other people?
No, believe it or not, the crazy thing about that situation is that the guy that was in charge, me and him we had been friends even before Signal, But I understand that there's business and friendship, But the thing is, the thing that got under my skin and made me have this animosity was the fact that Turner said that he found out that I quit his band on Facebook.
And was that true?
Fuck no.
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 You had told the channel.
Yeah.
You had gone to the bosses.
Because the thing is this. I told who was in charge, which is not Turner, right? So he told Turner.
Which was global, right?
Yeah.
It's global entertainment or whatever?
He told Turner, Joey quit. In just so many words, Joey quit, right? So Turner, right there, like you're talking, I don't know how many minutes it was after we got off the phone.
But I can't believe that you guys couldn't have sat together. 'Cause, I mean, I'm sure Turner knows that you were an integral part of the band. I mean, it was like everything was working. It was fluent. It was great. What's the grievance? Let's find a solution. It's not just like let's just quit and break up. You know what I mean? There's got to be, because we at times you have to kind of like sit back and look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you were willing to do that with them. Or if Jesse was willing to do that with you all, but I think as a business, that is a proper way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, you get the management in as and then have the two grievance, and speak and decide and figure it out. You know, and at least work on that. And if it doesn't work out, pues entonces, but we attempted, to find a solution to keep this thing rolling. And everybody's happy, you know. I mean, isn't that the way it's supposed to be?
Well, yeah, that's really the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? But we ended up having a meeting. The last gig we played together in 2018, we had a meeting, and there was things said at that meeting where I just, I was like, nah, this isn't right. You know what I mean? And a lot of people thought that that I was, against the band. I was never against the band. I was never against the musicians, ever. As I was defending the musicians, I stood up and said, hey, what the hell? You know what I mean? And it ended up kind of being that I was by myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, but the thing is that what like I said, what got under my skin is that I did things the right way. Like, I didn't leave them in a bind. It's not like we were playing next week and I'm like, I quit. You know what I mean? They had 2 weeks to find somebody, which they did. And everything, but to sit there and say that I went on that you didn't know that I was leaving the band until you saw it on Facebook, kind of made me look like the bad guy, and I don't roll like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, so that was the only, and it left me like that for a long time. But as I guess time heals all wounds.
Yeah,
and in the sense that I was like, whatever, man. You do your thing, I'll do my thing. I don't need it. Like, how do you say it? Like I don't need to waste my energy anymore.
It's a big waste of energy, and it keeps you from progressing. And I'm just it's unfortunate it had to happen, but that happens in the music industry a lot. And sooner or later, have you all ever shared like the same bill?
No,
like Macizo and Sequel, anything like that? No. How what do you think would happen if you would? Would you say hi to Jesse? And if you bumped into Jesse, would you say, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, what's up? Real cool. And and maybe you say, hey, you know what? Forget about whatever happened. Everybody's doing their own thing, and it's good, and good luck, and God bless you.
Dude, honestly, I don't know. I couldn't.
So
tell
you still got that little.
Well, no, and it's. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't like. I have to be in that moment. I couldn't tell you. Like I mean, I could sit here and tell you, yeah, man, fuck yeah, it's water under the bridge. And then I see the dude or like I turn around and I'm like.
Would you get nervous?
No, nervous.
Would you get butterflies or anything? No?
Butterflies.
No.
Would you try to like go around the other way or
no.
Try to take a detour?
Nah, dude. Nah, it's the thing is that I guess like look, when I spoke to Richard, right? Richard was like, we need to sit down and talk and I was just, nah, fuck no, I ain't sitting down and talking with nobody. I said, because, the only person that reached out to me was you. You showed your true colors. You're my boy. You looked out for your boy. Nobody else did but you. That's what I told him. And he was like, yeah, man, but, and I just kind of like, whatever. And then I get off the phone with him or whatever, and I'm just thinking, and I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. Whatever. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well,
you got plenty of talent, man, and anywhere you go, I mean, look at you, just jumped in with Secreto, dude, and everything went well. So, I mean, as long as you've got your two arms, your two legs, and and your mind, you can, and your talent and creativity, you'll find work, and as long as you're happy wherever you're at, bro.
No, man, and
that's what it counts. That's what it's all about.
And that's always been my motto. My motto's always been like the people to me that matter, they know. You know what I mean? So that's what keeps me going. Like it's not like I sit there and think to myself, oh my God, did I make a mistake? Or no.
Yeah.
Hell no. You know what I mean? And I got tagged from their drummer about a year and a half ago or a year ago in a Facebook, an Instagram post, you know? And
you tag you.
And a lot of people tagged me because he shared a picture of him and I. And I was
that's cool.
I need to say something, you know? Yeah. And I wished him the best. I wasn't being like whatever. I was just, the only thing that I said.
They're fans of yours too, dude. You know, right?
Yeah. So the only thing that I said was like, you know, you just try to be original. You know what I mean? That's all. That's basically what I said. It wasn't, you know.
But that comes with time, man. I mean, you know, obviously he wants to emulate you. A lot of drummers emulate you, and then they emulate their favorite drummer, and then they slowly go into their own, you know.
They evolve.
I mean, when I started radio, I sounded just like Mando San Roman, dude. And I just ended up, you know, evolving into my own personality.
Yeah, I don't think it's him trying to be like me. I think it's them making him. Or I'm not gonna say them because that's being. Maybe it's Turner saying maybe because he wants that same essence or whatever.
That's what it was. It's an essence, and you got to keep it rolling, and that's what was that's what was making the band and stuff.
Yeah, but I wish them the best. You know what I mean? Like that's what a lot of people think is or they're. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know, it is what it is. But I'm like, dude, they're in their world. Let them. I'm over here in my own. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically it, man.
And Macizo is your world.
Well, Macizo's part of my world, because I've been very blessed with a lot of other things, you know, like the Secreto thing, and being able to go in and record with different artists and stuff. So it's been really, really good, man.
You're a hired gun.
Well, I'm a hired gun. I'm a member of Macizo, which because I'm looking forward to we're getting ready to go in the studio to record some new stuff. So that's. You know what I mean? That's something that I've been really, because I've only done 2 new songs with him.
See.
And then everything stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people might not know that Grupo Macizo was Johnny Lee Rosas back in the day, right?
Yeah.
And I remember that.
Yeah.
What's the name of that song?
Solamente Mía.
Solamente Mía. Yeah, dude. That he put like an effect on the freaking bajo sexto. And so, yeah, man, they've been around for a good while, man. About 20 years almost.
Right? Yeah. A little over 20 years.
Yeah. And they're living out of where?
The band is from Dilley,
Texas.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll play some in a little bit. We're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to make some payments with our sponsors. We appreciate our sponsors, Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Rene Flores. We'll be right back. Don't go away because we've got some really cool stuff coming up with Joey Jams right here on #PVT.
Dr. T's Primary Care for Men wants to remind you that it's time for your annual physical. Call and schedule an appointment today. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Dr. T's Primary Care for Men help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Dr. T's Primary Care for Men is changing the way men's health care is done. Dr. T's Primary Care for Men. Dr. T's Primary Care for Men te recuerda que es tiempo de hacerte tu examen médico anual. Haz tu cita hoy mismo. Es acerca de tu cuerpo, mente y emociones. Deja de sentirte lento, sin energía o estresado. Aun si estás bajo de testosterona, diabetes, alta presión o sobrepeso, deja que Dr. T's Primary Care for Men incremente tu energía, estamina, resistencia y calidad de vida. Comienza a sentirte joven otra vez. Y ahora ofrecemos exámenes rápidos de COVID en ambas ubicaciones.
Most of individuals think DWI and they believe that alcohol must have been the substance that caused the intoxicant. Most blood draws, when they draw your blood, they're checking for alcohol, and so a lot of times they're not checking for any other substances. But there are other substances, other chemicals that we can ingest that one can also be arrested for DWI. Those types of offense, when you're arrested for drugged driving, is definitely a different type of analysis that needs to be taken, and that's where I feel my lawyer scientist education has helped me defend my clients. Alcohol is the only substance in where there is a scientific basis in order to be able to determine intoxication, and so there's not such a scientific basis as a result to any kind of other drugs. It is important in the analysis of these cases that you have an attorney that's going to look at the evidence, look at the data, and be able to defend you properly in these cases. And I feel that that's what the lawyer scientist certification has done for me, and it allows my clients the benefit of my education in that sense. If you find yourself arrested for drug driving, call me and let my lawyer scientist education provide you the best defense.
That's that's bucket list to play with. I'll tell you a story about that.
That's my favorite Mafia album, bro.
Dude, in my opinion, Explosive is the greatest Tejano album ever recorded.
Yes, dude. Yes, it is, dude. I like this one.
Oh,
the beginning.
Yeah.
And then,
hey, I have a story about that with Chris Pettis.
But I like the chimes at the beginning. Check it out. Check it out.
That's a harp. The harp.
It's a harp?
It's a
That's
harp.
What it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know all the instruments. I don't know. I want to hear it again, man. The harp. The harp. Dude. And then this one, dude. This one, dude.
Hoy no más.
Dude. I used to hear this CD from start to finish. The album. I played it on the radio when I was on KIWW back in 1988. It was the bomb, bro. Mi soledad
Yeah.
se acabó porque te encontré. Which is your favorite Mafia album, bro?
This one, Explosive.
Me too, dude. This one is second.
Estás tocando fuego.
Estás tocando fuego.
Yeah.
Very good album too, man. 1986 is a good album
Ooh,
too.
86 is bad, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't understand, bro. La Mafia is like, they're the kings, bro.
Yeah.
In Tejano music,
Uh-huh.
they took Tejano music to another level.
They sure did.
Dude, and I have friends that like to pick, you know, that this band did this and that band. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I said, where's that band right now? Don't make me go to YouTube and send you a video of La Mafia 2019 at La Arena Monterrey. Sold out.
Yeah.
Still doing it.
Yeah. I ran. We got to see Oscar and Mando. Remember, they played
At
over
the
there at the island.
islands?
We
At
went
the
over there
island?
with Chris. Chris was over there signing some autographs, and at some little food truck festival north of the island. And then La Mafia was playing there that night with who else was there, Mom? Chamacos, right? Yeah, because I was there with those Chamacos.
Yes,
yeah, I went into the
Their RV.
Winnebago, and La Mafia was like,
Dude, let me tell you something, man.
We're amazing, dude.
La Mafia, I have a story about La Mafia.
Go for it.
La Mafia, people that know me know that La Mafia is my favorite Tejano band of all time. Number one, La Mafia, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I could tell with your drumming when you were growing up.
Well, check it out.
When you were playing with Carlito, I could feel the Mafia vibe coming off of you, bro.
So my dream, I guess you could say, my dream to be is, man, I wish, growing up, I wish I could play with La Mafia.
And they had like the same drummer forever, Aguilar. Right?
Michael
Aguilar
yeah.
was with them for the
dude.
longest
Oh,
time,
dude,
bro.
you got listen to my story, bro. Okay, listen to my story. So, because of Carlos Miranda, right? I got to meet these guys.
Yeah.
Right, they were friends of his, and
Yeah.
I was like 10, 11 years old.
El Carlos era groupie de ellos, ¿verdad?
Oh, dude, big time. Sorry, dog, if you're watching.
Shout out for Carlos. Andaba de groupie el vato con la Mafia.
Dude, so we would go see Maf. Oh my God, bro. And I saw them for the first time on I think it was like the Todo Color tour, 1988, Navasota, Texas. Oh my God, bro. It changed my life. Like, these guys were like, you know what I mean? To me, of course, La Sombra was bad. Mas was bad. But La Mafia to me was just somewhere else. You know what I mean? And so I got to meet them. And then David De La Garza, which is from Seguin.
Yeah.
He used to sing in, I think I told the story on
A
your
musical
thing.
family
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
And so, you know, I've known David all my life. And I mean, he's playing with La Mafia. Like, this is, you know. So I was like, man, I wish that would be a dream come true.
You never played with them?
Oh.
Okay, I almost like
Let's check it out. You know, I got to meet them and growing up, and they're super nice guys. You know, I got to meet all of them. When I joined Excelencia, Adolf Alonso, the bass player,
Yeah.
he was with La Mafia.
Yeah, well, you had Speedy too, right?
Speedy? Yeah, okay.
And,
So-
then the guy with the saxophone,
Well,
what's
check
his
it out.
name?
Perales.
Perales, yeah.
Yeah.
He contacts me. He wants to be on the show.
Check it out. David Dianda had this at the time, back in those days, he used to always pick on me because I would always get the new Mafia cassette or my Walkman or whatever.
Yeah.
And he would always talk shit. And I said, you know what, asshole? If it wasn't for La Mafia, Excelencia wouldn't exist. And he was like, oh, right.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it was 4 members of La Mafia.
Yeah,
it was
it was.
Speedy, Adam, Randy Caballero, and Jesse Perales,
Yeah,
and then
Jesse
Dave.
Perales.
Right? So, anyways, meet these guys, super awesome. When I joined Excelencia, Adolf, that's Adolf on bass right there. He did the Mafia 87 live. He did Explosive. He did Into the Future, Con Tanto Amor, 91, Estás Tocando Fuego. So when I joined Excelencia, I'm playing with Adolf from La Mafia.
Yeah.
And when he invited me to his house for the first time, I saw his gold records. I was like, just in awe. Anyways, so we fast forward years later. I don't know if you remember when there was that battle of the bands with Mafia and AB. Did you ever remember?
No.
That? Okay.
Where did that happen?
That happened in Robstown back in 2008. But there was like a lot of hype. They were talking mess about it, both groups, right?
They were beefing like
And I was playing with AB, and you know. So, anyways, after the fact,
with Cumbia King.
yeah. After the fact, Mafia had played in San Antonio. This was back in 2008, I believe. They played in San Antonio for Toys for Tots, and I get a call from Nick Banda. Nick Banda was a keyboard player with AB, and he calls me and he's like, "Hey, bro, you want to jam tonight with La Mafia?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "Well," he says, "Well, Oscar called. The Mafia's playing in San Antonio, and he called Chris, asked Chris if Chris would come and jam, sit in with him, and asked if I would sit in with him." And I said, "Well, let's take Joey." And I'm like, "Are you?" Dude, do not fuck with me, bro. He's like, "For real?" I said, "I'm there. Hell yeah." So we get there, right? And this was around that time that the stuff was going on with AB and Mafia. So we show up, and we had our little entourage of people with us. And they already knew, Mafia's people knew that we were going to go. And so it was 3 of us, and they take us to the other side of the stage. And this was a Toys for Tots, so there was a few other bands playing, and Mafia was headlining.
Yeah.
And so we get there, and we go on the other side of the stage, right? You know, it's funny because all the Tejano bands were on this side.
Yeah.
But every time La Mafia was involved, they were on the other side by themselves.
Yeah.
So they took us over there. So we're over there, and everybody's like, well, what's going on? Like, I thought there was beef or whatever, right? But nah, so I'm like, okay, well, what are we going to... I'm like, throw me whatever. I know all the Mafia songs. I'm ready. So we get up, right? And Mafia does their set. And dude, I was nervous, bro. Oh, my God, I was so nervous. And then they called us up there. And it was Chris playing guitar. Nick was playing keys. I was on drums. And then out of La Mafia, it was Oscar, Mondo, and Tim, the bass player. So we got up, and the first song we played was Estás Tocando Fuego. Yeah. Dude, and I swear to you, bro, I was playing the drums with my eyes closed, and I open them, and I look, and I see Mondo, and he's just jabbing. I'm like, oh, my God, this is like the greatest ever. Yeah. And Oscar singing, and then we played Nunca Nunca. After that, Nunca, yes, dude. So we played those 2 songs, and I was just like, I was high on life right there. Wow. That was like the greatest highlight. If I got to finally jam with La Mafia.
Bucket list.
Yes. So then we get done, and everything. Come to find out, La Mafia's playing in Seguin like 2 weeks later. And I think Oscar told Chris, want to do it again? And he goes, but let's play more songs this time. And I was like, let's do this. So now we were going to play more, because we only played 2 in San Antonio. So now I think we played like 5 or 6 songs. Well, anyways, that day of the show, during the sound check, Chris wanted to play
Quiereme?
No. He wanted to play God, I had a brain fart right now. Yeah, Me Estoy Volviendo Loco. That's Chris's favorite.
The one with the harp?
The harp, yes. Yes. Chris, since we were going to play more songs, that's Chris's favorite La Mafia song.
Yeah.
So we were going to play that one.
That's great.
We played Estás Tocando Fuego. We played Nunca Nunca.
Yeah.
Si Tu Supieras. And I forgot where. It was a blur, because it was so. I was like on cloud 9. So we're sound checking, right? We play this song, dude, and it sounded. Oh my God, bro! Like it was. on another level.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, it was like on another level,
Oh,
right?
well, you're a musician. You feel it.
And
I'm
I'm playing, dude.
You're on it.
And I see Oscar right there in front of me, and Mondo, and Tim, and it's me, Nick, and Chris. And I was just thinking to myself, if this was La Mafia, this would be badass. If this was us six, right? So, anyways, we end up playing Si Tu Supieras, and Mondo calls Si Tu Supieras, and everybody's all right, cool. And I said, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, the way it goes on the album on 86, it just goes 1, 2, 3, right? But the way they do it live, if you go look up La Mafia Live 87 Si Tu Supieras and listen to how Michael starts that song.
Let me see. Live. Let's look for it.
1987 Si Tu Supieras.
Yeah, there it is right here.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That pickup.
That roll in the it's like is that what you call it, a pickup?
Yeah, it's like a pickup.
Okay, it's like a quick roll.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I said, I didn't say nothing. I said to myself, I'm like, that's how I'm gonna start it. The way Michael did it in '87. Yeah. So I looked at Mondo and I'm like, are y'all ready? They're like, yeah. I said, all right, here we go. 1, 2, and they were looked at me like, dude, it was awesome, bro. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, so, and then the funny thing, this is weird that we're talking about this because on our way over here today, I was telling Starla kind of about this situation, and I told her, I said that George Martinez, who used to be La Mafia's sound engineer, he was with them since '86 till maybe a few years ago. He'd been there for a long time. And that day that we played in Seguin, after sound check, we had gone to Carlos's brother's house. He made barbecue and we were eating. And George Martinez told me, he goes, bro, when you play drums, they sound like La Mafia. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. and about a month later or 2 months, or I don't know how long it was later, Oscar had actually asked me, hey, you want to jam? You want to join the band?
Yeah.
And I was like, and I thought he was fucking with me, dude. And I told him, I said, dude, don't fuck, because it was at a Elida Yavantes show. He was there, and he told me, he's like, the gig's yours. And
what happened?
Well, the thing is at that time, I was playing with AB, right? And we were like super busy on tour. And Mafia really wasn't working that much. So I was like
stuck with the gigs, with the job.
And Lalo, I told Lalo, like, dude, there's an opportunity. He's my best friend. I called him and we talked for maybe like 10 days straight of, should I do it? What do you think? I don't know. And he would be like, dude, it's La Mafia, bro. Yeah. I go, yeah, I know. And I mean, this would be like a dream come true. But at the time, we were busy with AB. And we're doing these big old tours and stuff like that. So I decided to stay where the gigs were. Yeah. And I didn't do it. And dude, you don't even know how many times, even today when we're driving over here, because when we do road trips, Mafia on shuffle, all the albums. and I'll be driving, dude.
And I like that old stuff too, man.
Yeah, dude. And I'm driving. And then I turn the radio down, and I go, I should have said yes, right?
Yeah.
Golly.
And then all of a sudden,
boy.
Yeah. What happened with these Mafia band members? Why did they get fired or did they quit? Or,
you know what? I don't even know, dude.
I mean, you were with them. They never said anything about that.
I don't even know.
I always wondered about that. I was like, it's like La Mafia just like got rid of the whole band. And I know the guys were kind of rowdy. Speedy and those guys were known as to be partiers.
I do know.
Stuff, right?
I do know that out of them, because they were considered the Magnificent Seven, which was Oscar, Leonard, Mondo, Adam, Jesse Perales, David Flores, and Speedy. That was the Magnificent Seven. And then I know Adam got out first, the drummer.
Yeah.
And then Michael joined, and it was Michael with them. And then I think Speedy got out. And Adolf joined, and that's the band that recorded that live.
Yeah,
on '87, and then Flores got out. David Flores, the sax player.
Sí.
And Perales stayed there.
Yeah,
and then they little by little,
They were just filtering out.
I think that's. I
And then
don't
what
know
happened-
why. I don't know why.
And,
but
and what happened that Leonard got out? I was shocked. I mean, Oscar Leonard y La Mafia. That's what it was called. And then all of a sudden, Leonard was gone. I think after the Explosivo, right? I mean, he was like.
No, he was there till.
¿Estás tocando fuego?
Yeah, Mando.
Soy tuyo.
Mando was there till like 99.
Was he there for the Enter Mi Mundo?
Yeah. Into the future.
Into the future, yeah.
Yeah.
Enter Mi Mundo was Selena.
Yeah. Don't say that. Mr. Quintanilla is going to get mad at you.
Yeah. No, he's a good friend of mine, man. Yeah, so I always wondered what happened with Leonard. And Leonard, is he still? He's not.
Yeah. He's still there, man. Just about.
I'd love to have him on the show.
Dude, I can.
Talk to Leonard.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm good friends with his family. Like
you're playing with the Magnificent Seven
with Magnifico Siete, yeah.
Now is that Leonard or no?
No.
No, is that?
No, that's okay. So, I want to say this was like in 2012 or 2011. Adam Mosqueda, which is the drummer that was with La Mafia and was with Excelencia, him and Jesse Perales were gonna start, or not that they were gonna start, but they had gotten this gig in. I think it was in Houston, but they didn't have a band. It was going to be them two. So they got a hold of Leroy Camarillo, which is my uncle through Starla, which is Starla's uncle.
Mm-hmm. Which is a singer.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
And they sound a lot like La Mafia.
Well, check it out. Leroy had his own band called Adelante. Mm-hmm. That was the name of the band. So when Adam and Jesse had this gig, they didn't have a band. So they reached out to Leroy and said, hey, could you come and help us for this private gig? I think it was a private gig. I don't know if it was private or was it a club. And they played nothing but Mafia and Excelencia. Mm-hmm. So Leroy's guys knew all that music.
Yeah.
And Nacho, the guitar player, he played with Excelencia. And then Perales was there with Adam. And then Jesse Mejia, who was playing bass with Leroy, he had played with Excelencia before too. The keyboard player, Eno, he played with Excelencia.
So the sound was there.
So they do this gig. And then after the gig, I think because of health issues with Adam, the drummer, he couldn't continue. So they ended up keeping the band. They called themselves Magnifico Siete. Mm-hmm. And they ended up keeping the band.
Because Leonard was the one that started the band, right?
No, Leonard Gonzalez, Los Magnificos.
Magnificos.
Yeah, that's what Leonard had.
And they had like one or two songs that they recorded and released.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, and that's funny because that band was a part of my history, because Leonard's first band of the Magnificos, I think they split up, and half of his guys that left him started a band called Mítico, and that's who I joined.
Orale.
Yeah,
I remember
with
that.
Papo and them.
Yeah.
So it was part of the.
And Papo's with Elida now.
Yeah, he's with Elida now.
Yeah.
So, but Magnifico Siete, they ended up keeping the band, and they started doing shows, and then
they sound great,
dude.
I mean, look at, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear a little clip of this. It sounds like La Mafia. If you hire them, it's like having La Mafia at your party.
For like $2,000, not $20,000.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to get 100 padrinos for the wedding. Yeah. Con unos 15 tienes, carnal.
Yeah.
Padrinos de música. Look, he sounds like us.
Hey, and right there, it's me on drums, Adolf Alonso, who was with La Mafia.
Yeah.
That's him on bass.
One of the original
bass
players.
and Nacho. Yeah. And then the rest of Jesse Perales on sax.
Yeah, on sax, because I saw them, and let me tell you, folks, they sound just like this. When you see them live, it's like they sound exactly like the record. It's
dude,
really awesome.
Yeah, it's and the cool thing is that Leroy. See, this is how the whole equation goes with Leroy. Uncle Bobo was what I call him. That's what we call him, Uncle Bobo. Mm-hmm. I met Uncle Bobo. He was the lead singer of this band from Gonzales. They were a local band called Grupo Class. Like Mas, but
I remember
Class.
that.
Okay. When I was with Excelencia, and this is 94.
I remember Grupo Class with a K.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so he was the singer of that band. So we play a show together in Gonzales. This was like in 94. I was 13 years old. And I remember getting to the gig, or for sound check, their band was sound checking. And I look and I'm like, who the hell's that dude on my drums, playing drums? I didn't know it was the lead singer of Glass. Their drummer wasn't there to do sound check, so he plays a little bit. So and I ended up meeting him that night, that he was the singer for Glass, and automatically we're like, this dude sounds like Oscar. You know, like when they played and he sang, his voice, he sounded like Oscar. You know what I mean? So it comes to find out a few years later, through him, I met Starla.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like 14. She was like 11.
All the moons were aligned.
All the moons were aligned. So
all the planets were aligned.
So that's how I met Starla.
Yeah.
Was
And
through,
then Starla put the hex on you, and that was it. You're done. You're done.
You know what? Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. So years later, obviously, you know, now I'm part of the family, you know, and Bobo's telling me, like, he did one record with Hacienda Records, Magnifico Siete, and then he was kind of like he didn't have like a set drummer. So he was like, hey, man, if I have some shows, will you come jam with us? I was like, hell yeah. Because I played with Perales and Nacho with Excelencia. So these are like my ex-bandmates.
Yeah.
And I went to jam with him a few times, and we would play some Excelencia songs, some La Mafia songs, and then, of course, Magnifico Siete songs.
Yeah.
So then he tells me, like last year, he's like, hey, I'm going to record a new record. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He goes, would you come play drums? I'm like, duh. Where at?
I know.
So we actually recorded drums. We recorded at Freddie Records. And when it is so weird, bro, because I knocked out the whole album in one day because the style of music, it's in my DNA, bro.
Yeah.
So I already kind of knew how the arrangements were gonna go already, and there you go.
It was like riding a bike,
Dude.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because he's high rotation on the radio.
Yeah, it sounds great.
You know what I mean?
And it sounds like La Mafia, the classic Mafia.
Yeah. And it wasn't, and the thing is that people think like, oh, you're trying to be like La Mafia. First of all, there's only one La Mafia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you have a group of guys that's their mole.
And it's pretty much kind of created the sound as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Like right here. El compás. And then the roll.
Yeah.
That sounds like classic Mafia. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And you know what? And shout out to Bobo and the guys from Magnifico Siete. It's been working for them, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man. They actually he had gotten a plaque for being he was number one on the Tejano Gold Countdown, and they give him a plaque for the end of the year.
Rudy Trevino.
Yeah.
Good guy, Rudy.
Yeah, man. And I told Bobo, I was like, dude, that's so awesome, bro. And he's never had anything like that happen. Yeah. You know, now all his years of playing music, and finally he has an audience now. People are digging it, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. It's just nostalgia. You know, it's nostalgia, dude. That's what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Joey Jams here with us. And we went from Motley Crue to Mafia, and it was a fun time tonight, man.
Yeah, dude.
We have some questions.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I was gonna ask you. Let's go to the chat zone and see what our fans are saying.
So Salvador Villa says, "Hey Joe, fellow drummer here. What is your go-to gear? Sticks, shells, heads, cymbals, hardware, etc."
My go-to gear, obviously, is I have my own signature drumstick from Ahead Drumsticks, and I'm endorsed by Peisty. I'm endorsed by Ahead. Shout out to the guys from Ahead Drumsticks. I'm endorsed by Peisty, so I use all Peisty cymbals, and I play DW drums and all DW hardware. That's my go-to.
I was always wondering, how do you pronounce P-A-I-S-T-E? You know,
Everybody thought it was paste.
Yeah,
paste. It's Peisty.
It's Peisty.
Yeah.
That's all. All right. What other questions we got?
Santiago Villalobos says, Joey, which Motley Crue member is your favorite and why? Also, what's your favorite crew jam?
Well, my favorite crew jam is Looks That Kill.
Yeah.
And it's this, I don't even have to answer the first question. Who's my favorite Motley Crue member?
Yeah, Tommy Lee.
Duh.
Yeah.
I have his freaking arm framed in a I have a picture of his arm framed. That's the only thing I got. Like, I was this close to him where the stand's at.
His arm.
And I took a picture in my camera, and he was holding on to the bodyguard like this. So I just got this much of his arm, and I framed it. No, babe. It's framed. Swear to God. Swear to God.
Was his arm as long and big as his, never mind. That sex tape with what's her name?
Dude. Chingos de feria.
Todos se asustaron con Tommy Lee, carnal. Y no me cállate.
He was driving the boat?
Yeah, man, bro. And then the missile. The missile and the boat. El submarine, parecía un submarine. Full of semen. A submarine full of semen.
Oh, my God.
All right, any more questions?
Yeah. JJ Lopez, what drummers inspired you in your all-time fave? Well, we just answered, one of your all-time faves, but
drummers that inspired me first. Well, I got to give credit where credit's due. The first drummer that ever really inspired me was my dad. Mm-hmm. He's a drummer, and that's where I basically got it from. But obviously, Tommy Lee, in his influence in the way he played, his showmanship, Neil Peart, that was or Peart is how you pronounce his name. Neil Peart from Rush, he was a big influence, and Dave Weckl, Vinny Colaiuta. I mean, there's so many drummers out there that I look up to, and that's how come I practice every single day to hopefully be in that group of those guys. A lot of people reach out to me and tell me all these things about, that because of me, they started playing drums and stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, man, like that just means so much to me. Like, I mean, cause I don't do this for that, but man, it feels good to my heart if I'm able to inspire somebody,
Yeah, you definitely do, bro. And I'm going to tell you, man, I freaked out when I saw you when you were a kid, and I'm glad to see that you're still going at it, and you had that gift. It's crazy. It's like some people have that just natural raw talent, and others have to work hard at it.
Yeah.
And it seemed to have come to you pretty natural, man, especially when I saw you as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid doing it behind a big kit. I was like, how does this kid even reach the bass drum pedal? I was shocked, dude.
Yeah.
And I had never seen anything like that in my life, since the Partridge Family.
Hey, but you know what? And the crazy thing, dude, is that, like, I am so in love with the fact that God blessed me with the gift of rhythm. Like, I love the drums. Like, it's not even... It's just on another level, the connection that I have with the drums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my wife could tell you, man, like I'm constantly playing, either if it's on the counter or on our bed or on the pad or what. I mean, it's just
a lot of people don't understand the meaning of tempo,
Yeah.
And tempo is the most important thing. That's why the people use metronomes.
Yes.
Or when you have in-ears, you have the metronome so you can follow the tempo. But before all the in-ears and there was no metronome to follow the tempo and all that stuff. I mean, it was just natural capability. For sure. To be able to, keep it steady, not go too slow or too fast, and just keep going up and down. Because there's sometimes, and I've seen even Iron Maiden, man, they started with their song, and it starts off, and by the end of the song, they're going like 100 miles an hour. Because Nico McBrain is just
it's that adrenaline, man.
It's the energy.
Yeah.
And there has to be that tempo where you do a roll and you come right back and you don't skip a beat and you keep that tempo going right where it's supposed to be.
A lot of people... So a lot of people don't take that like serious, and it's very important to have a really good sense of time, because especially when you're in a recording situation, of course nobody's perfect, but you got to try to be as perfect and precise. You know what I mean? Because that's what they're wanting, And if you can't do it, you're wasting the producer's money and time. They'll get somebody else to do it.
And now they got drum machines, dude. It's like even vocalists, you can put a machine on them and it'll put them in key if they sing off a key. And so there's all kinds of stuff.
And that's the thing is, like, it's hard to see because I grew up. Obviously, I'm not that old, but I feel like I grew up with the bands that were in the studio. The musicians were recording from start to finish, really playing shit. You know what I mean? Like really doing it. As right now, you can go, and now you can go and do 8 bars, and they'll just paste it.
Yeah, all you got to do is
you got to play the whole song no more.
Yeah, sing the chorus once, and that's it, and then we just paste it, and it sounds pretty. And then
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either.
No,
but I'm just saying, like,
it's time efficient. And nowadays you have to be putting out stuff every damn week. Before you could, it's 2 albums a year.
Yeah.
Where rock bands, it was 4 albums a year. I mean, an album every 4 years.
Yeah.
It was an album, then tour for 2 years, and then record another album and release it. That was 4 years. Now it's like people expect, okay, and they try to get as much streams in the first, as soon as they let it out, because they say, for the first 3 days, that's all we're gonna get.
Yeah.
That's where we shoot our wad, man. That's where you know what I mean. And then after that, we start getting some here and there because there's something else comes out.
Yeah.
So every single hour, something's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of difficult because back in the day, you had the album, the labels that were controlling what was out there and what wasn't. And now with the internet,
you do whatever you want.
You can't control anything, bro.
Dude, no.
People bring out their songs any way they want, anytime they want.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, they don't even have the specific, okay, let's set it up to release it at this date and all this. It's done. Orale, sácala.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's pretty crazy.
Like Coetzel. Perfect example. Coetzel, I'm sure you know Coetzel.
Yeah, my daughter knows him too. We want to go see him hang out with him.
They're my homies. And he'll just drop stuff like just
like
from
randomly.
one day to the next. And then boom.
And you know what was weird, dude?
Goes
Because they released that new album, and I woke up and I went on social media and I saw Dre.
Yeah.
And he says, hey, man, for all of you hating on our new song because you think that we changed our style because of the label and all this and that. So he made this whole this whole drama thing, right? And I was like, what? Why are they talking shit? Let me go over there.
Yeah.
So I went and I was like, it sounds like Coetzel to me. I was like, cabrones, they're doing that for us to send traffic. So now it's like drama is what send. It's a marketing
Shout out
tool.
to Dre tuning in. That's
shout out to
dude,
Dre.
Dre, let me tell you something about Dre Rocha. He reached out to me years ago, man.
Former drummer of
Yeah,
Coetzel.
former drummer.
Now he's
the manager, yeah.
He's road manager.
Yeah, he reached out to me years ago that he was like, man, I'm a fan and, this and that, blah, blah. And he's like, I play drums in this Texas country band. And this was years ago. You're talking like 2018, 2017. And I messaged him on Facebook. We were just going back and forth, Messenger, whatever. And we became like homies like that. Mm-hmm. And then one Christmas, I think it was 2 years ago, my Jams logo that I have of me on the drum, he had a jewelry charm made for me, and he sent it to me. And
that's freaking awesome.
Like he's that camp. All the guys in that camp are super awesome.
Super awesome, yeah. They're
very, very,
nice.
very welcoming, and they invited us to their show, Starla and I, to their show in Corpus, and we went, and dude, it was like total red carpet the way they treated us, man. I mean, they're super awesome dudes.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
Their new album's called Sellout if you want to check it out, man.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
for sure.
Y son a toda madre, man. I mean, they're very approachable and stuff. And we went to go see them at
John T's.
John T's.
That was the first time, yeah.
In Helotes.
Helotes.
Yeah.
Y llegamos ahí, pues no me los trataron a toda madre. Dre's a toda madre, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was really, I mean, when he said that they had started inside, the store, which is a small little place with a little stage. He said, we used to play in there for like 10, 15 people.
Yeah, dude.
And the place was freaking
Sold out.
Sold out, dude.
Hell yeah.
The crowd was, and we have video of it. If you want to go back into our library, you'll see just hashtag PVT, hashtag Coetzel. You'll see we have backstage footage and all that stuff. Felicia got to drink a shot with Cole. I mean,
yeah, he was like, yeah, you want a shot? I was like, yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
one. I was like, can I?
and,
Dude, no, we were there, right? We were there, and they asked Starla, hey, or they asked us, do we want anything to drink? And I was like, no, man, I'm good. And she's like, yeah, I'll take a beer. They gave her a fucking like a 12-pack of beer. They took it to her. When we went to the stage, they were giving her all these beer in the bus. And then we went to the stage, and then they're like, y'all need some more beer? They brought a 12-pack of ice right there.
Yeah.
Like, they were badass, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? When we came back, we were like so appreciative of their hospitality.
Yeah.
That I texted. We're eating tamales from Delia's, and I took video of it and I sent it to Dre, and he goes, damn.
You like Delia's?
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. So I said, I told Dre, hey, I'll have my daughter take you some in Corpus because he was gonna have an acoustic
Yeah,
show.
I actually had
that's the one we
tickets.
went to.
I had tickets to go.
Yeah,
see
McAllen.
him. It was like right after the Elodie show.
Yeah, and it was with Parker McCullum.
It was yeah.
Okay, no, I didn't go to that one. I didn't go to
Yeah.
that one.
It was a
So I
sit-down
said,
acoustic.
he said, okay. So I said, well, just tell your daughter to look for me and I'll take care of it. Because she wants a picture with Cole, right? And Parker. So she took her friend and I gave her an ice chest with chingos of tamales, bro, like beans and cheese and chicken and cheese and shit. And I took it to them, and Felicia gave it to him, and she got in the bus, and she took a picture with both of them, with Cole and Parker McAllen, which is like, wow, it was like she was like a dream come true, and her friend as well. And then I texted him, "Hey, ¿cómo están los tamales?" They're gone, bro. They're gone, dude. It's like, but
they're badass people, man.
See,
all of them, everybody that's in the Coetzel camp, they're badass dudes.
And they just signed with Columbia.
Yeah,
I think,
signed with Columbia. As a matter of fact, Dre told me that they were gonna sign with Columbia before it got out. Mm-hmm. He had told me, I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man, don't say nothing, but we that's in the works." I was like, "Oh, that's super awesome."
Yeah, check them out. KOEWETZEL. It's really cool music.
Yeah, man.
And there's something about Cole's voice.
Yeah.
That just sounds so natural.
He's a natural dude.
He just doesn't even like strain to sing, and it sounds it's very no empalaga la voz, you know. It's like it's real nice to listen to. So
for sure.
But Noise Complaint is a good album too, when they're all in the pool drinking, all wasted, right? So some party animals, cabrones, bro. They're rock and roll James back in 1992, carnal. Cállate la boca, shut up. All right, so any more questions, Ma, or anybody you want to send a shout out to?
Alex Alvarenga. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Joey Jams, what was the moment you knew you met your goals as a musician? And if you still haven't, what are they?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I didn't have like goals, like to say, well, I want to do this and I want to do that. You know, I was blessed with the opportunity to be able to achieve certain things. But as far as like, I mean, I never thought that I would be able to headline the freaking Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And I did. And I got to play at the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City with AB in front of hundreds of thousands of people, or, you know, stuff like that. Or I got to play at Princess Club with Excelencia.
And La Mafia.
And La Mafia is like, I mean, I just wanted to play. Like, I didn't get in a band to be this dude. I just wanted to play the drums. But I guess goals.
You've taken some notches off your bucket list. What's the next notch you want to take off? Besides playing with Motley Crue, right? Yeah. Here's some macizo, ladies and gentlemen, in the background.
I guess, I don't know, man. Playing with La Mafia? Playing with
again? You already did that.
Well, you know what? Maybe Santana.
Órale, está bueno. Santana.
Santana would be.
Oh, he's about 75, dude. You better call him up quick. All right. Macizo sounds great, bro.
Yeah. No, we have a.
What's the name
we,
of it?
We have a. ¿Cómo se llama? We just recorded some live stuff.
Is it Macizo Live?
It's Macizo Live, but put 2020.
2020? Macizo
Yeah,
2020?
Macizo 2020 live. No, or 2021. I'm sorry. We recorded these live videos, and it's us playing live.
Okay.
Something about Vega Bajos or something like that.
I have Grupo Macizo en Vivo. Okay. Albums, Macizo, bonus tracks, Para Sobrevivir. And then you have Macizo, you got Estoy Seguro, Solamente Mía, Ingrata Suerte. It doesn't show here.
Oh. Yeah, there's... Because we recorded like 5 songs for a virtual performance.
Okay.
For Sombrero Fest.
Oh yeah.
That just came out.
We did
the other day.
Too. We did that too with Whiskey.
We did that and so, somebody actually uploaded
on YouTube.
No digas que no.
Okay, well I'm looking into let's see, YouTube.
Let me see what it is, because I know that it's Oh snap! Hold on.
It could be on the YouTube. I'm on the Grupo Macizo en Vivo. Okay, here, David Ortiz y Ambición. No, Macizo. No, I don't see it.
Mira. Hold on. One second.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have a contest going on right now. It's $5 on our Cash App, $ RocknRollJames. And we're going to have 3 winners on Thursday night at the end of the show. And those winners will each get 3 shirts, okay? Stickers, a Gangrel signed picture, autograph picture, and the Crazy Pimps CD. So this is where you get it all. It's 3 bundles that we're giving away $5 is the interest. Now, you go to our Cash App and you put the size of your T-shirt, large, XL, whatever, medium, and then you put your address, okay? So we'll know it's a contest, all right? Contest. And if it's $5, we know it's contest, all right? And that way, when we pick the winners, we know where to mail it out, okay, real quick. So go to our Cash App and let's have some fun. All right, what's it called, Dad?
It says Grupo Macizo con Bajo Quinto Vega Classics.
Okay.
That's the name of the title.
Grupo. Man, that's a long title, bro.
Grupo Macizo con Bajo Quinto. Hoy no más.
Yeah.
I love this song.
Con Bajo Quinto Vega Classics.
That's one video from the performance.
All right, let's see
You can hear the audio.
Let's see the audio, how it sounds, man. Let's see.
Concierto privado para toda la gente que hizo
El animador.
que estuviéramos aquí
Edar.
con mucho
Saludos,
cariño
Edar.
Desde Pearson, Texas, para todos y cada uno de ustedes en todas partes del mundo. Grupo Macizo y empezamos con esto y suena.
Vámonos, Recio. Sústame one time.
Hoy no más. Y esto ya por nombre. No digas que no, mamacita.
Quiero ser el que con besos te despierta en las mañanas.
Pinche groove, güey.
Yeah. You can hear your sound. You have a signature sound, dude. Your snare has that sound.
Thank you, bro.
Quiero ser el que te lleva de la
Check it out on YouTube. Grupo Macizo con Bajo Quinto Vega Classics.
Or be on the lookout because we're gonna release the whole performance.
Okay.
In 5 songs.
Sort of like Secreto, right?
Yeah,
That
something
did
like that.
live. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great, man. I mean, it's like people love that stuff,
For
bro.
sure.
They love that stuff.
Hey, they did it. It worked, man. It really worked for them.
Yeah. Hey, well, we got to get going, man. It's already 10 o'clock, Fish. We didn't even get to your celebrities.
I know, no, but real quick, if we can give a shout out to John Macias. He asked if he could get a shout out from Joey. So
John Macias.
Yes.
Shout out, bro.
Orale.
Hope you're being safe in this crazy shit.
and one more question. Sorry, Tony R asked where he can get a shirt like yours.
Oh, like mine?
Yeah,
Well,
JMZ.
just hit me up on my social sites. Joey Jams Jimenez or Joey JMZ or JJ Crew on Instagram. Send me an inbox message and you can order directly through me.
All right. Hey, we're going to take off, man, because we got some pizza that's getting cold in the dining room here on the...
I got to fuel up my plane before I fly back to Alice.
Yeah, and, it takes a while to get down from the 18th floor where we're at right now.
Yes.
El Joey. Like when I got to your house today, man. Hey, güey. Estamos en el 18th floor, carnal. Es un suite, carnal. High-rise McAllen.
Oh, my God.
Joey, thanks for coming by.
Oh, dude, thank you for having me.
You and your
man.
wife, man. We
Again.
appreciate you. And the salon, what's the name of the salon in case people go to Alice and want to stop by and say hi, man?
Circle T Tanning and Boutique.
Órale, Corrado,
Yeah.
estás bien tan, carnal. Este vato tiene un natural tan, vato.
Hey, she wants to be on my color, wait.
Yeah. All right, man. And make sure to follow Joey on all his social media platforms and Macizo. And you know what? And then keep supporting music, man, because these guys are going to come back and COVID's kind of slowing down. Venues are starting to open. The governor has already said 100% capacity, and then the masks are optional, but you can still be safe when you go see the shows. Hopefully we'll have some festivals coming up because that's what we really miss, those festivals where you get to see like 10 bands in one weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just keep positive and keep supporting, la música tejana, norteña, and all kinds of music. Just musicians in general, and production companies, and all these people that make you happy every time you're feeling sad. You turn on the radio and you turn on your Spotify, whatever you listen to your music on, and then you go see them in person, and you get to dance all night and have fun, and then they're accessible. You get to meet your favorite artists, and like Joey says, they're fans too.
Yeah.
Musicians are fans of other bands as well. So it's a big, beautiful community, and we appreciate you supporting #PVT,
Yo.
ladies and gentlemen. And we're looking forward tomorrow night. We've got Tetera Tuesday, Wednesday night, Rockin' Chaz, and on Thursday night, it's Throwback Thursday with a photo album. We show a bunch of old school pictures that people get scared with when they see pictures of me from back in the day. This guy remembers me back then when I was crazy.
Hey, when you did La Fiebre's live album.
Yeah.
La Fiebre! That's you, right?
Yeah, man, that's me, dude. Yeah. So you all be careful. Thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men. Give them a call if you need some testosterone, vitamin infusion therapy, COVID test, Sermorelin. The number is 956-441-2188. Also, the law office of Rene A. Flores. Hashtag DWI expert, 956-316-1991. Give them a call in case you're in any trouble with the law. Like, subscribe, and share. And thanks, Joey Jams.
Thank you, brother.
Here today.
Thank you, Joey.
Thank you guys for having me, and
Thank you.
shout out to everybody tuning in and everybody that has supported me throughout my career. I appreciate you like you have no idea, and I hope to see everybody soon.
Órale. Later.
Y va de nuevo, dice.
Quiero